Welcome back. You've all been asking, and I'm going to finally answer this question, where is the Mac Pro? Where is that massive first generation Mac Pro with the four 750 gig hard drives and three cinema displays? Where the hell is it? Well, it's not on my desk, clearly. It turns out the machine just wasn't what I needed at the time. It still is not what I need. It has a lot of abilities that I simply can't take advantage of. So let's talk about my friend Harry. Harry he's an older gentleman. He's in his late 50s, I believe. He's one of those engineer rockers. You know, he was a musician by night, engineer by day. I won't specify what kind of engineering because I truly don't know either. Harry is I know him through another friend, and he's been kind of asking me technical questions, and we got to talking about his recording studio that he's putting together in his girlfriend's spare office space. It's like an office built off the side of the house. Anyway, so Harry, he's a musician from the old days, from the 60s and 70s and 80s. And, he used to play a lot of side gigs. He would form small bands. They would go, they would play events, parties, etc. Anyway, he contacted me with one particular question. He's like, I'm trying to set up this 16-track analog tape recorder. He had it hooked up to this massive TIAC mixing board, an old TIAC Tascam from the mid-70s. And the tape recorder just kept malfunctioning. It was slipping. The belts were going bad. I mean, it just, it needed an overhaul. And he's like, well, instead of overhauling it, I'm thinking of going to a digital recording interface instead, doing it on computer. But there's one problem. I know nothing about computers, but I'm told that you do, that being me. So I said, all right, well, figure out what you want for a system, and then I'll help you find a computer that it will run on. Well, it just so happened that he'd already bought a Motu recording interface system, which consists of three proprietary interface cards and it was two interface cards with three inputs each, and three rack mount 16 channel input interfaces. So he basically put it all in a box and sent it to me, and I had to get it working. He had no software. I will say this: Motu, Mark of the Unicorn is the name of the company. They're based out of Cambridge, Mass. Is phenomenal when it comes to service and support. The interfaces that he bought on eBay, he got such a great deal on them because they're nearly 20 years old. They're from the late 90s. And I had to make it work. So I had to, fortunately I have connections, and I acquired a G4 Power Mac, and one that was in mint condition. And I decided, because the Motu software and interfaces will work on either Windows or Mac. This is one of those few exceptions where these PCI cards will work in either platform. And the software for either platform is readily available from Motu, even today. Thank you. So, because without software, they're useless. So I found the software on Motu's website. I set it all up on an old G4 tower. And I set it up in my bedroom here, and I had it recording some test audio tracks and stuff using a CD player, basically. At that point, I'm like, you know what? Let's bring it over. We'll give it a crash test. So we did. I set it up in his little studio there, and hooked it up to his TIAC mixing board. The mixing board is not necessary, but in this case it was, because he only knows how to use the physical sliders, so it makes it easier for him. So we set it all up. We did a couple of live recording sessions, and it just didn't perform well enough. I found that the G4, it did the job, but it was was a little bit of lag, too much lag when you hit play and stop. So when it stopped recording, you know, it would just, the buffers would start dumping into the actual recording file, and it would take too long. You hit play, it takes forever to start, and it would vary. Sometimes it would do it instantly, sometimes it would take a minute. So when you're working with live musicians, it just isn't, you know. Now, I know nothing about audio engineering, recording, nothing. I can't play an instrument, I can't sing, I don't know any of those things. I'm like the IT support guy. That's what I do, and I do it well. But this kind of helps me learn, because he's like, oh, not only are you going to set this up for me, but you're also going to run the recording while we're playing. You're also going to do the mixing, so you're going to have to learn how to run this mixer. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm all for that, you know, whatever. Learn new skills, try new things. So I got the, after realizing that the G4 wasn't going to do the job, I started looking for other options. And then I came home one night, and I'm looking at this this Power Mac, Mac Pro. It's got 4 processing cores. It's got 3 displays. Having multiple displays, by the way, with this software, it's Mo2 Audio Desk. Definitely worth it. Multiple displays does help, and that's where I was hitting a brick wall with the other one. I couldn't set up another display on it without spending more money. So I had this Mac Pro sitting here, and I'm like, that should be able to do the job. It's got 4 750 meg hard drives. I think it had 4 gigs of RAM. If that can't do it, nothing will. So I transferred the Mo2 interface cards to the Mac Pro. I actually obtained the newest version of Audio Desk, whatever was current 2 years ago, from Mo2, free of charge. They sent me a CD. In fact, it's over there somewhere. Can't say enough about Mo2. If I were to buy a new audio interface right now, I would just buy it from them just because they're so good with their customers. But anyway, most of their stuff now is external. I think it's all Lightning based, but anyway. So, got it all set up on the Mac Pro. The Mac Pro is running phenomenal. It's got all 3 displays, and I'm using all 3 when I'm recording, usually. I've got 4 hard drives, so I can kind of back things up to other drives in case one of them goes down. So I have some redundancy there. I'm so happy with it. So in this video, you're going to see a quick practice session that we did. And we're constantly having issues because, again, you know, I can't get there every week when they're practicing. So a lot of stuff gets changed in between recording sessions, and I'm not there to see the changes. I'm not there to do them. I can only go there when I have time. And I forget a lot of stuff when I go because I haven't been there for almost a year before this last session. So I'm still learning the ropes, and it's kind of hard, you know. So we make a lot of mistakes along the way, but I think you're going to like this. So I'm not going to keep you any longer, so let's see what happens. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, a lot of viewers have been asking, what happened to the old Mac Pro? So I figured I'd fill them in. So here we are in Harry's studio, and we're behind the mixing board.
If I start cussing, y'all just have to forgive me.
That's Harry. And he's working on his Jurassic mixer.
There we go.
Okay. So here's the Mac Pro you've all been asking about. And it's definitely behind all this spaghetti. And I can't reach the power switch from here.
Want me to fire it up for you?
Yeah, could you? Appreciate that. But it's set up with 3 cinema displays. And it's linked to this rack of equipment here, including that mixing board.
Hang on.
These lights here. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we'll get those fired up. getting ready for a practice session. There'll be a bunch of musicians coming in, Harry included, and I will be hopefully getting them mixed and recorded. At least that's the idea. There's one display up there now, so you've rearranged this whole thing. Let's see. Okay. I haven't been here in about a year, so.
Has it been that long?
It has. It's been a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you recapped some of these inputs, or
I recapped electrolytics on all of it.
all of them. How long did that take you?
600 capacitors.
600 caps. Holy shit. All right, we have the this thing fired up. Okay. All right. So the software that we're using is by Motu, Mark of the Unicorn, and it's connected to those three interfaces right there. And where's my start menu? Where's my where's my menu? Oh, there it is. Running audio desk. So you guys have all been wondering. Oh, we got power to the board now. Sweet.
Do your meters light up?
Yep, they're up.
Cool.
Okay. I'm going to just drag this up here. All right.
Did you get deflections?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. We can do a new project.
But damn it. Okay, so what are you doing here to me? I got that. I got a signal. I just don't have a signal over here. Why not?
Oh yeah, the super liberal commentator's been on the air for 40 years.
Okay.
PBS, ABC.
I'm going onto the headphones here, so
Okay.
if you try pushing the button
The talk button.
on the talkback module,
Let's test that.
yeah, turn that down.
Okay. Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay,
Can't hear it.
there's a volume
How about-
knob on there.
How about now?
Nope,
Anything?
nope. Let me see, hang on.
Oh wait. Okay, never mind. That's a test tone.
Let me make sure this is all set up. You think about what songs you want to do, Jim?
Well, I figure I'll just pick one.
Okay. Yeah, that's a bit hot. Keep going. A bit hot, but better.
Our drummer hits it half that hard.
Yeah.
It does. Okay. Well, that's still pretty high.
He's real
so-
light, real light.
All right. Well,
This is a snare drum.
okay. Those are just a wee bit. Okay. Next. What about Tom's? Yeah. All right.
Hang on a second. There must be an adjustment for this guy.
All right,
Say
go.
what?
Test it again. Cymbals.
That thing rings forever.
It does.
What do you want me to do now?
It's cymbals. We're on number 5. Turn 6 down a wee bit. Now, left cymbal. 6. Left cymbal.
Big boy, what?
Left cymbal.
Left cymbal as I look at him or you look at him?
Whatever. However we have these marked. I'm on input 6. One more hit. One more hit. Okay. Alright. I think we're good with drums. Now we just need to do guitars and vocals.
Well, we'll have to deal with that.
As they come in.
Right.
Okay.
Now, Jim's here to do his guitar. I can do my bass.
Alright.
We can do that. We only have one thing left.
I still need to set up a recording track.
Now.
Doing sound check right now.
I got a cold, so right in the middle of this thing, I may start coughing and
Coughing and hacking and
the whole
sneezing.
recording section, right?
As
Down the shitter.
long as you don't die on us, you're good. You're a place daydream believer.
All right.
How we fixed?
I think we're good. We just need the others to come in, and so I realize now that I need to get this. This stays the same, and we'll make. Because as long as I get good signals here.
Basically, once
we're
you all
good.
got that.
I mean, they're all clipping a little bit, but I think they're going to, as you hit them hard.
Well, hopefully.
But last time we did an actual record, we didn't have enough.
Yeah.
And we couldn't make up for it. So.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
You know. Now, if was that my bass?
Which one?
That
You're
one.
on 8.
Which one is that one? 7. That's guitar.
That's
Now, see, you can bring these up here and pull those down.
He was coming in a little weak, so I brought him up a little bit.
Okay. Well, he's short, but you know.
But then again, we can always fix it in the mix.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
all right. I think we're ready.
Well, then we get the keyboard in here.
Yep. And when are they supposed
And
to?
then we'll run through a song or two because I was over there hitting the drums kind of hard. Dan doesn't hit them very hard.
Right. So we could probably bring him up.
That's
a
an
little.
understatement. He's really
He's soft.
Soft hands.
Soft. Okay.
very soft.
That's okay.
All right. Good.
You know, you get something go.